This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Welcome to KPVM-TV and Ace Country Radio's News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Missy Kohler. Today is Wednesday, July 22nd.
Well, the new owners of the Pahrump Valley Winery has had some hurdles to jump since acquiring the business, which includes some legal disputes, big staff changes, and more. Now they have to get their liquor license in order to continue to do what they do best, and that is sell wine. Recently, the Board of County Commissioners has been dealing with some of the problems, and now the county says that they are being sued as well.
Kathy Trout, the owner of the Pahrump Valley Winery, has had her liquor license suspended pending further notice and a show cause hearing scheduled for next Tuesday, July 28th, before the Nye County Board of Commissioners. Trout has been operating on a conditional license based on the former owner's license since she purchased the winery and restaurant. The BOCC says they have extended courtesies to the business to continue operations, but Trout's license application is not complete and the fees were not paid. The sheriff also commented that the business does not have the sheriff's card under the name of the new owners, only for other individuals that may or may not work at the winery currently. During the commissioners' meeting on July 7th, Samantha Tackett, Nye County City Administrative Manager, explained why the license is pending.
Well, because of lack of payment for the current fiscal year, the license is pending renewal, but it is also a conditional license that was approved by the board in June of 2019. Again, conditionally based upon completion of the application process.
And so we have been waiting for that for a year. That's when that
I have to tell you that the judge found that it wasn't issued as conditional, it was issued as permanent. And that was in the hearing the other day. So she said...
Is that Judge Wonker?
Yes, absolutely.
Last year, I had grave concerns about this particular license and the process that...
Is that because you took a payoff?
Excuse me, ma'am.
No, I don't need to be
I am speaking at this time.
You're unexcusable.
Can I turn off that mic, please? Thank you.
So no, we don't get special treatment in any way, shape, and form. In fact, we're treated very, very poorly.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Ms. Trout. Unfortunately, I see it a different way, where you were extended pleasantry and courtesy and extension. What date did the winery?
No, Mr. Blondo, you don't understand the nature of how the winery was purchased, and because we bought the stock of the winery, well, I did last time.
You have the opportunity. I want to hear it, please. Correct the record.
Well, I told you last time, and you didn't listen last time, so I'm hoping you listen this time. We purchased the stock of the company, meant we had control of everything that was there, including the current liquor license. Gretchen Loken was kept on as a consultant during that time, and the liquor license was fully in place during that time by the law. So perhaps you don't understand that purchase agreement, the way it worked. It was more complicated than a simple, here's $1, I'll buy the winery.
Ms. Loken, was she still the owner of the winery?
No, she had resigned as the owner. She was a paid consultant to stay online, and the TTB had been notified, the state had been notified, every regulatory agency, including Nye County, had been notified.
Have you had an opportunity to read the county codes and familiarize yourself with that?
Yes, sir, and they spoke to that at the time. I didn't correct the record because you obviously weren't aware that we had purchased the stock of the corporation, which is a totally different set of circumstances.
I was actually, I believe I was aware of that, and I think that was the dilemma, because liquor licenses are non-transferable, and that's been at the heart of this whole situation, where I think there's a disagreement or a misunderstanding. Liquor licenses don't transfer.
The board gave Trout a forewarning, and she had till 5 p.m. on July 7th to comply with the requirements. Board members say that she did not meet the conditions. Sheriff Sharon Worley, Commissioner Donna Cox, and Commissioner Deborah Strickland met with Trout outside of the BOCC chambers to offer an extension. This, they say, violates the open meeting laws, which were discussed on the July 21st BOCC meeting. The language will be corrected in the future regarding this, so there is no confusion as to how and when board members can meet without a quorum. The BOCC is now in litigation and could not discuss the issues any further with News 25. Once again, at this time, there is a show cause hearing scheduled for July 28th at 9 a.m. in the BOCC chambers. The Pahrump Valley Winery currently has had their liquor license suspended. When we come back, Scott Lewis, Director of Emergency Management, addresses the Board of County Commissioners. Stay with us.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest-reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Nye County continues to see an increase in the number of COVID-19 cases. Director of Emergency Management Scott Lewis provided commissioners with an update at Tuesday's meeting.
Commissioners, I wish I had good news for you, but the news is worsening for Nye County. We've had a total of 100 new cases since we last met. Since I've been here this morning, which is approximately 25 minutes, we have reports of 14 additional new cases coming in today. We're averaging double digits per day for the last week and a half. It's throughout the county. The majority of the lion's share, again, is in Pahrump area. And we are taking the necessary precautions and getting the PPE out to our staff. We are also getting the testing kits out to those target hotspots, as well as the detention centers and our skilled nursing facilities and those types of locations that have our consistently high risk factors for us. There's been a lot of social feedback as to how we get our numbers. There's been social feedback as to the legitimacy of the numbers. I'm here to tell you that this is completely legitimate. These numbers are not manufactured in any way. Our job is to manage them and take the appropriate steps and actions.
It's a big job. You've got a COVID task force that you're working with to be able to keep the governor aware of what we're doing to combat this so we can stay open. Would you say mask wearing is essential to us staying open?
The science supports it. And so we've watched a lot of the data provided through the state on wearing masks, and they definitely feel the states that are mandatory masks have had greater successes on reopening than those that didn't necessarily reinforce it.
I hear conflicting stories, most notably that the governor wants to go back to phase 1 and shut the state back down again. Have you heard those?
I've heard them. I haven't heard them directly through the state. I would say that Nevada is being watched closely, and that is the fact. And there's a lot of other states that won't let Nevadans in their states right now. Mm-hmm. And numbers are continuing to escalate or increase. So that certainly doesn't help the cause. And so I think to Commissioner Strickland's comments, anything that we can do to try and help that and keep our economy open is the most prudent thing to do. Just from my contacts, I can tell you that this is real. And, you know, I had the unfortunate situation where I had to talk to a 15-year-old girl who was crying hysterically because her father just passed away from COVID. And it was a rapid deterioration of that individual just within the last 2 days. And so, yeah. And I had just talked to that gentleman right before that, and he told me, tell people to wear their mask. That is what he said to me. And he said, this is dead real, and because he understood that there was a lot of confusion about it. So that I'm relaying his words.
Walmart prepares to give employees another bonus while announcing they'll close Thanksgiving Day to give workers a break. And Amazon delays its annual Prime Day as CEO Jeff Bezos sets a one-day earnings record. Angela Miles has the details.
Topping our news, the world's largest retailer says it's time for another bonus. Walmart employs more workers than any other company in this country. As Americans spend more on groceries, Walmart executives say they will give out $1 billion in a third round of special bonuses. Full-time hourly employees will receive $300, Temp workers will get 150. Walmart has hired more than 400,000 employees during the pandemic. Walmart also plans to close on Thanksgiving to give them a break. Amazon is delaying its Prime Day that usually takes place in mid-July. Investors, however, are buying up that stock. This week, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos set a record by earning $13 billion in one day as shares pushed higher. According to Bloomberg, Bezos is the richest man with $189 billion to bank.
Nye County is reporting 270 confirmed cases of COVID-19 positive this morning, with 19 new cases in Pahrump. Reminder that the antibody positives do not count in the county's overall active total. Chemosis Laboratory through Serenity Health has partnered with Nye County Sheriff's Office and Nye County to provide a drive-up COVID-19 testing for Nye County and surrounding communities. Testing in Pahrump is now Monday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., Wednesday 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., Friday 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., and no pre-registration is necessary. Just show up with ID and insurance card if you have insurance. If you don't have insurance, you may still test. Testing location is Serenity Health at 2280 East Calvetta Boulevard, number 301 in Pahrump. People will be lining up in the Calvetta I for testing. When we come back, a Pahrump resident was arrested for embezzlement, and we'll also have your health report.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
Welcome back. A Pahrump woman is under arrest and facing several charges after allegedly embezzling $2,000 from her employer.
Pamela Hulleman was booked into the Nye County Detention Center for embezzlement of $650 to $3,500, burglary of a business, and attempting to obtain under false pretenses more than $650. Monday morning, deputies were dispatched to Horizon Market on Highway 372 in Pahrump for an embezzlement investigation. The store manager reported that more than $2,000 in cash had been taken from the store safe by an employee over the course of a few days. The manager showed deputies video captured by cameras inside the store showing an employee identified as Hulleman taking cash from the safe and placing it in her pocket, then leaving. The sheriff's office says when officers interviewed Hulleman, she admitted to taking the money and gambling it away. Deputies say Hulleman told them she'd taken money from the business over the course of a week, then went to Dottie's Casino with the intent to obtain money, goods, or services under a false pretense.
Well, the CDC recommends wearing a cloth face covering in public to help prevent the spread of COVID-19. A cloth mask is a physical barrier between you and other people. It's meant to trap large respiratory droplets from getting into the air and infecting those around you. It's a simple concept, but some people aren't convinced. Cleveland Clinic's Dr. Raed Dweik says emerging science shows virus spread goes down where people wear masks.
There's a growing body of evidence now that cloth masks do help protect the community from the spread of the coronavirus.
Some people believe you only need to wear a mask if you have symptoms of COVID-19, but that's a myth. Not everyone who is infected gets sick, and people may spread the virus before they have symptoms. Since we're not sure who has coronavirus, Dr. Dweik says it's important for everyone to wear a mask. And if you've seen local social media posts questioning whether wearing a mask can make you sick, don't believe them. Dr. Dweik says there aren't many reasons to avoid a mask short of having a rare allergy to the material. However, if a mask is bothering you or making it harder to breathe, he recommends finding a spot away from others and removing it for a short time. And if you think social distancing isn't necessary just because you're wearing a mask, guess again.
Masking by itself is not enough. It's really part of what we call kind of a package deal to kind of try to minimize the spread of the virus. Masking is one. The second one is social distancing, keeping 6 feet apart or more if you can. And of course, washing and sanitizing the hands.
Dr. Dweik adds that how you wear your mask is important. He says to be most effective, a mask should cover your nose and mouth.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, when we look outside on our weather cam, we're going to show you the weather bug, which has Pahrump Valley High School there and shows what's happening throughout the day today with some clear skies. We're going to go to Red Rock Canyon after that and Big Bear Lake, where I want to be right now, hanging out and seeing all the beautiful things happen at Big Bear. We'll be back in a moment with your weather with Missy from the desk.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Good evening. I'm Missy Kohler filling in for Michael tonight, but rumor has it he will be back tomorrow. Not a bad day in our part of the world. Las Vegas saw a high of 106 with a low tonight expected to be about 80. Death Valley at 116 today, low 81. Amargosa 104 for a high, 68 for a low. In Beatty, temperature was 100 today, should see a low tonight of 63. In Goldfield, high of 90, low tonight 54. Tonopah, you had 89 today, low tonight 53. In Carson City, 87 with a low tonight of 54. Fallon, 98, low tonight 59. And in Fernley, high today of 92 with a low of 61. Today in Pahrump, we saw a high temperature of 102, a bit of a breeze out there, and the sun woke my dogs up this morning at 5:43 a.m. For tonight in Pahrump, expect a low temperature of a comfortable 75. Southeast winds at 14 miles per hour, a little bit of humidity with a sunset of 7:56 p.m. And the outlook for the rest of the week looks pretty good. Just a slight breeze keeping things cool. For Thursday, a high of 99 with a low of 73. Also a 99 high on Friday, low 74. Nice weekend ahead. Saturday's high 99, low 75. 100 on Sunday with a low of 75. By Monday, a slight breeze, high of 100 with a low of 76. Tuesday, temperatures back up there again with a high expected of 104 and a low of 77. And Wednesday's high 105, low of 78. That's the weather outlook for the rest of the week. We thank you so much for watching. We have a special friend here today.
This is Bradley. Bradley wanted to let everybody know that Save a Pet was not on today, but we'll have it on tomorrow. And Darby will be back next week with the Save a Pet. And I'll be off the next couple of days. Missy and Unit will be filling in. We hope that you have a wonderful weekend, but I'll see you back here on Monday. That does it for our news. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
I'm Missy Kohler. Thanks for watching. We hope you have a great night.